Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So it's Buildz, and today I have an absolutely awesome small modern house for you guys. Now I've become aware of the building industry changing and the kind of things that people really want to see nowadays, and I've started to adapt my channel around that. So if you guys do see different kind of videos coming from me, I would highly recommend watching my last video, which was on my channel update. And do not fear, because I'm going to keep doing the same kind of content I've always done. I'm just going to be showing a lot more of these awesome small little modern houses. Now I just want to point out some really great facts about this house. It can be made in Pocket Edition, it can be made on console, and it can also be made, of course, on PC, which is the platform that I'm using right now. For any of you that are wondering what texture pack am I using, I'm using 1.9 Flows HD. And I'm also using CUDA V6 shaders pack, which makes everything just look so beautiful. But anyway guys, now you see the house. Let's get into the tutorial, which is why you're all here, of course. And right here what I've done is I've laid out a plot for you guys. Now I understand a lot of people that watch these kind of tutorials don't all speak English. And I wanted to make this tutorial as clear, as crisp, and as easy for you guys to follow as possible. So this plot is going to be 23 blocks wide by 38 blocks long. Now, when it comes down to the actual length, we're going to be using two different materials. We're going to be using a spruce fence either side, and in between we're going to have 26 spruce fence gates. Now when it comes to the back, we're going to have 21 blocks of these spruce wood planks with fences either side, as you can see. And then of course the walls are symmetrical either side, so building this thing should be pretty damn simple. Now to make this tutorial easier to follow, because admittedly I have messed up countless times, turns out building this small little house was a lot more difficult than expected, because you have to remember all the blocks, and then you have to, go around and try and replicate it. It is actually very difficult when you're not watching it from a tutorial basis. So what I've done is I've laid out all the materials that we're going to be using for this build in particular, and also for some of the lengthier details we have a sign down, just in case I go too fast or you guys lose count of what we're doing. So this wall right here consists of 25 blocks in length. It's clay in the middle with 2 blocks either side, which is stone slabs. So note that down guys, that's what we're going to be using. Now let's note where that first block right here starts. It starts 1, 2, 3 blocks away from where the plot starts, and it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks in. And now if we come 1 to the left and 1 forwards, we can place 4 stone slabs, and then we enter the spruce wall territory. Now this wall is going to come back by 5 blocks. It's also going to come across by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then it's going to come back by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to come across to the left and we're going to be using some clay. Just gotta know guys, normally people actually use clay for building modern houses. In Flows HD, which you can get on Pocket Edition, you can also get on PC. I'd highly recommend using clay more in your builds. I think it looks absolutely amazing and not that many people use it. So I'd highly recommend just using the plain clay block. I think it looks amazing. If we come across by 5 blocks now, that is the end of this wall, and then this wall is 15 blocks long of just clay. So if we get to the back now guys, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wide, and then we enter the spruce wall territory. Now I'm going to make that 1 longer actually, just like that. This is going to be 5 long by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wide, and then this is going to come in exactly the same length as that wall right there. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to place 4 of these stone slabs, 2 back, so just do the same thing, and then we're going to raise it up a level, and we're going to raise it up a level here. So this is actually going to be 1 block off the ground, and what I'm going to try and do in these tutorials is not only teach you how to build these awesome small modern homes, but also give you guys some interesting tips and tricks to really help you progress with your Minecraft buildings and to help you become a much better builder. So it's very important to stay tuned throughout the entire video, so I'm going to be handing you guys lots of very important tips and tricks, and I'm really going to try and help you guys out. But anyway guys, let's get straight into things. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to raise this block by 5. So it's going to be 6 in height. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's quickly do that for all the other sides. Bam. And sorry guys if I am quite quiet today. I'm having to record this quite late at night and my commentary might not be as amazing as it usually is. But don't worry guys, we're going to get used to these builds. You know, it's been a few days for me away from YouTube. I do apologize for that, by the way. See, my server recently got DDoSed, which is really unfortunate, and is currently being attacked. And I can't simply, you know, like leave it. I have to, you know, keep attending to it, keep making sure everything's fine, and keeping in contact with my server company to make sure everything's just going alright. And until we've got all this resolved, the server will be back up again, because I know I'm going to get multiple requests on this video, you know, when's the server coming back up? And by the way guys, if you're watching this in a month, if you're watching this in a week or maybe a few days, the server could be up. And I will drop the IP in the description. It is PC only, and it is version 1.9, and you guys can join. As you can see, I'm just building all the walls up right now, so they're 6 in height. And I'm going to be deleting all the signs, of course. And then we can get into, you know, adding some detail to the place, which is going to make it look a lot more interesting, you know, a lot cooler. But yeah, for those of you that are just, you know, wondering about the server, what's going down, what's happening, that is what's going on. It will be up hopefully soon. I really can't wait to get back on the server because the thing is, I had so many amazing videos planned for you guys and I've been wanting to record them, but because, you know, my server's down and stuff, I can't. It really freaking sucks. So I really can't wait to get it all back up again. I think it's going to be amazing. Got many build reviews coming your way, also some more top 10 tutorials. I need that world edit. Of course, I'm on a single player world at the moment, so you know, world edit will not be available to me, and I wouldn't have done this tutorial with world edit anyway, simply because I want to make this a house that can be built on all platforms, and I understand only PC. Pocket Edition will probably get it soon, but only PC at this current state in time actually has world edit, which I think should come to console. I mean, I seriously don't know why it hasn't come to console yet. I mean, I understand the console servers and stuff aren't as powerful, but I honestly think it should come to PC, even just with like a limited amount, because world edit is so helpful and there's so many awesome things you can do with it, and I might actually make a separate video on that as well, like a basics world edit tutorial, because I know a lot of people that watch my videos, you know, are fascinated by world edit, and you know, they really want to know what you can do with it. And also a lot of people come from Xbox to PC, say, or maybe come from Pocket Edition to PC, and they come to PC because we have these beautiful, you know, like shaders packs and further render distance and all these available mods. And of course they won't know how to use them because it's a fresh game, it's a new start, and you know, they're just adapting to this version. So maybe to help a lot of people out as well, I might also do a tutorial on how to use simple world edit. By the way guys, this wall is made out of stone slabs. Didn't pick up on that, but I'm picking up on it right now, so we're going to get that resolved. Alright guys, so now we've done that, that is the basic shape of the house. I think it looks really cool. And what we're going to be doing now is we're actually going to be bringing this slab right here all the way across. So I think that was like 4 hanging out on the other side. 1, 2, 3. Maybe it's 4, maybe it's 3. We got to double check on that. Don't want to make any mistakes. Okay, it's 2. So we're 1 off. No problem. Going to want to bring that out so it's, you know, 2 away from being as wide as this wall right here. And then what we're going to be doing is just adding a slab on top. And what this does is it does something really cool. It actually comes through half a slab of this. So, you know, it makes it look way sleeker and way cooler. And in my opinion, and that is something that we need in this build. Now we're going to be bringing this up now by 2, 3, 4, 5. Got to get that leveling right here, guys. 6. Is that the right level? Yeah, 6 blocks. You're going to want to bring that up by 6 blocks. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring this across all the way so it's in line with this block right here. But let's just get into things. Okay, that's looking pretty cool. We're going to take a step back and just have a look. So it's a really basic, simple shape, this house, but it is so goddamn effective, and that's what I really, really love about it. Now coming from this block right here to this block right here, which is 1, 2, 3 blocks in, this entire area is going to be made fully out of clay, just on this level. And then from the left side, it's going to be stone slabs. Let's just come in by one more, just like that. We're going to stay on the inserts of these, just like that. Come in a couple right here. Just bring this across so it connects to that block. Now let me make sure everything is 100% correct. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure that that was correct, but we got the overhang, so just bring this out so it meets the corner block. And then everything within this kind of like area is going to be made out of clay, so it's just a pure clay flooring. I think it's very important to separate your ceiling material from your flooring material, and to have two different materials, because it allows you to do so many things, like create rugs in your floors with like signs and stuff, and maybe put some like mine carts in there to get some really cool rug designs, and maybe put lighting in your flooring and you can pull it off and you can get away with it. You see, a lot of things that amateur modern builders do, they give themselves one high ceilings, and when they do that, their lighting that they disguise in the flooring and so on, if they want to put netherrack down for an upstairs fireplace, is going to show through the ceiling. And you're going to take a look at that, and you know, most people that are starting out building are like, you know, it's not the best thing in the world, but I'd rather it not be there. Well guys, make sure it's not there. Give yourself two high ceilings and you can completely eliminate that. And I usually recommend like materials like wooden planks or stone for flooring, something simple. And then for like ceilings, you can go with materials like wood, maybe just normal clay, white stained clay, maybe snow if you have wild at it, because you know snow can melt, and that is something that really sucks, especially in vanilla. And I haven't actually come across that issue yet, but I remember when I first started out building in Minecraft, the biggest issue that I always used to have was when snow kind of became in trend, in fashion. And wow, that makes me sound old. Everyone loved using snow, and especially ice, before we had stained glass windows. And people kind of got bored of using glass. What we used to use is ice. And they were like fire's worst enemy, and they used to ruin so many of our builds and just screw with them. Oh my god, it is good to have wild edit and, you know, all these ranges of blocks nowadays, but back in the day, that is what we had to go with. So, you know, it's good to give yourself some separation between materials, because it allows you to do way more on each level. Now, that's definitely on the right level, right? Now, while we do this, we're going to actually have to think about something to talk about, guys, because, you know, I'm in vanilla, and in vanilla, it takes absolutely ages to do anything. And I've learned this because I am so used to servers, and when I came to vanilla, I was like, you know, does this happen in vanilla, does this not? And then I realized when you guys want to build floors, when you want to build walls, it takes so freaking long, especially if you're making them out of slabs. But I mean, just look at how cool the slabs look for a wall material right here. It has to be done, you know, even if it takes you like 5 more minutes to build this wall. Well, it shouldn't take you that long, but if it takes you a couple more minutes to build this wall rather than a normal block wall, it's worth it, guys, because the outcome is absolutely amazing. And just gives it such a more effective look, as you can see. Just place it here. Bam. Bam. Now there's going to be no interior for this last build, but if this video does exceptionally well, and that is by my classes of exceptionally well, we will bring you a part 2, and it will feature interior. But really, interior with this build is pretty straightforward. I mean, it's a small little modern house. You guys can decide what you want to use it for, whether that's survival, so you're going to need all your chests, your anvils, etc., your bed, your legitimate Minecraft bed, rather than one that you custom make in creative. So you guys can decide what you really want to add within the game. So guys, we will add our second piece of flooring right here, as you can see. In this case, it's going to be made out of clay. It can be made out of any material. I'd recommend, if it's not going to be clay, snow. You could use stone, I guess, but I wouldn't recommend it. Well, stuff just got dark inside. We're not going to do that anymore because it's not really needed for the tutorial. You guys will know there's a ceiling there. And what we're going to do now is we're going to do the roofing and talk about filling in things, because this is honestly a challenge. What we're going to do is we're going to link this up to this side right here, so you guys will see the area now that we need to fill. Oh my god, this is going to be a mission, but let's get into it. And anyway, yeah, I got loads of other little cool videos planned for you guys. See, I've been making videos the same way for such a long time, and let's build on these massive houses. Unless you're someone like Corrales, just want to get good views. And doing YouTube is never about the views for content creators, but at the same time you want to make content that, you know, people will watch. A lot of people will watch, because, you know, it's so awesome to see so many people respond to your videos. Even though you love doing them, these tutorials are admittedly a lot less stressful to do and a lot easier to do. My normal Let's Builds, honestly, like, some of them make you want to pull your hair out. The only reason why you guys are in so much shock by so many of my Let's Builds is because I literally put so much time and effort into them compared to everyone else. And, you know, when some parts get 300 views a video, you're like, you know, I just spent like 8 hours making this thing and it gets 300 views a video. What's the point, you know? These little houses, so many people are looking for right now, so I thought I'd jump into the market of making these, and I'd help some people out, design some awesome small little modern houses. They're a lot easier to make than the massive ones, and simply a lot more people just want to see them. So it only made logical sense to start making them. Of course, I don't think I can ever pull myself away from making the massive ones that I know you guys all love to see. But, you know, it's definitely going to be a move, hopefully in the right direction for me and my channel. I think I would have a lot more inspiration making these houses, because like I said, they're a lot more easier to make. You guys would have some amazing feedback per video of these, because I know so many people, you know, are requesting them and want to see them. And hopefully the idea of this series is it's going to help a lot of people out. I can remember when I first started modern building, I wanted to find some small, simple, easy modern buildings that I could build, look at, get an understanding of and practice with. Maybe guys, when you've built this, you know, adapt it. Play around with the shapes, play around with ideas, with room layouts, with interior ideas, and just keep practicing on the house, you know, give yourself some tips and tricks and try and improve off of what I've done. And of course guys, if you actually built the house, go on Twitter, there's a link in the description, or on my YouTube banner, at Buildz HD, which is my Twitter. And send me a picture of the completed house when you've done it, because I always love it when I see my houses, like on Twitter, like when people actually build my stuff. It's like amazing to think that, you know, like someone else randomly in the world has built my designer house. And then they've just sent me a picture of it because they literally spent like they spent like 30 minutes actually building it. I just think that is the most amazing feeling for someone that does these Minecraft videos, to see that someone else has created their own creation on a computer or something. You know, it's absolutely amazing. Even on console, or, you know, on your phone, there's no change. You guys have still done it, and I think that's absolutely amazing. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come in, whoa, things just got dark, /time set 6000. We're now going to come in by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to delete this until we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's going to be a window that big, and it's going to be completely centered in the middle. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get ourselves out some glass panes. Whoops, oh, this is a slightly modified version of Flows HD, but no worries guys. As you can see, don't know why that's happening. That's a little bit weird, but we're just gonna have some windows there just to simply let a little bit of light through on the first floor, and trust me guys, it will make a massive difference. We're then gonna move this back by 3. As you guys will see, there will be a little gap, but there's no worries about that. Now people disagree with doing things like this, but personally I think we pull it off with this build. The patio area gets a stone ceiling, and the first rim gets like a little kind of overhang, which can be corrected from inside. When you're building these modern houses, you come against challenges that you constantly have to fight and you constantly have to go against, and there's many ways that you can disguise little things like I've just done there, which we will show you in a second, and you can just adapt around. So that's in by 2 across by 3. Okay, so 1 2 1 2 3, I do believe. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put that back by 1. And we're going to be placing a normal block like so. Correct. Almost correct. We had to come in one more. Sorry, my bad. So it's going to be like that. That's awesome. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come across all this way to the corner, guys. And then we're going to bring it all the way back. As you can see. Just like that. And now we're going to bring it all the way to the end as well. And the upstairs is mainly made out of glass. Now, if you're a really realistic builder, you'll be like, you know, like you need more walls, like, you know, on the side. This wall is completely made out of stone. So I wanted to do with the other walls, I wanted to make them completely see-through. For the matter that, by having this, what we can achieve is way more natural lighting within the build. So instead of having to make tons and tons of torches to light your build, or go get some glowstone from the ender, right? I'm a complete survival noob, I wouldn't know. You can just literally have your build lit really well in the daytime with just natural lighting. So what you're going to want to do is, you know, stack this up all the way to the ceiling height. Panes are a pain, they've always been one, so it is quite difficult to place these. But unless you want to build something that looks like a bulletproof SWAT van, I think the normal windows in Minecraft are a tad too unrealistic and fat for this build. Oh, let's just place one here. Panes being a pain, there's no change. Let's place him on top. Bam, there we go. And then we're going to build up these guys. Build up these guys. Don't know why I refer to them as guys. It's like every individual pane is some person that has feelings. Oh, let's bring these up. Oh, guys, you see that speed? I'm going to do that again. I've completely failed. Alright, let's go. Yes. That was sick. Okay, now we're going to place this up just like so. And bam. You have the window. The window looks amazing. Awesome stuffs. So what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be bringing this back. We're going to be raising it by 1 level. Now, there's many different things you can do with this flooring, like I already mentioned. You can continue it with stone stairs. What you can do right here is you can continue it into normal stone. It really doesn't matter. But what I would say is just fill in the whole area with stone. And also another thing that I would mention is you will need some torches for the downstairs. I'm currently in shaders, so things appear to be a lot darker than they will be for you guys, but I would massively recommend putting down some torches for while you're building this place inside. So what we're going to do now, guys, is we're going to be adding a little bit more detail. So what we're going to do is start with the stairs. You're going to want to come in by 1 2 3 4 5 6 blocks. We're going to start by deleting 2 blocks there. We're going to delete some of these, and then we're going to come down, as you can see. Bam. I just going to make sure I get this thing absolutely spot on. Okay, so that's where that one's going to start. So what we're going to do is bring this actually up by 3. The hole's going to start there, and we're just going to dig out, like, say about 4. Okay, awesome stuff. And you guys will notice that the ceiling isn't fully filled in. That is just simply because it takes so much time to do that. And you guys will know that, you know, the entire inside will need a ceiling. You know what? Let's just do it anyway, just in case anyone gets confused. They're like, oh, so I end the ceiling halfway through the room like this? And then they just go do it. And I'm like, no, you've got it wrong, buddy. There will be that one person in the comment section that, you know, said like he, you know, forgot to actually show everyone how to fill out the ceiling. Just because of that one person, I'm going to be filling this thing in. I mean, I guess we got to do it right. Full tutorial, full ceiling. We got to make it happen. Alright, let's do this. So we're going to fill it in, guys. And then we're going to end it just right about here. and then you're just going to fill it up to the other side. As you can see, the windows and also the doorways do let in a little bit of light. What you can actually do is you can stack 2 doors on top of each other. Gotta see in a second if that's actually doable in vanilla. We gotta see if that can work. But what you can do, guys, is just bring that forwards to here, say, just like that. And if you want to just make it look a little bit sleeker, like it just comes into it, just do it like that, as you can see. And you could put 2 doors, actually you would have to do 4 doors for each entrance except that one. Let's just make this a bit simpler for you guys. Place this like that. You could have 2 doors on top of each other if that's doable. Like I say, guys, I've had too much time with World Edit. You forget the rules of actual Minecraft. Let's see if it's doable. Ah, it's not. Okay. Well, I guess what you could do, guys, is you could put some glass panes in front of your door entrances at night time. And, you know, when you want to do stuff in the house. And then, you know, when someone, you know, like a creeper tries to get in your house, they'd just be walking into the glass panes. And then every time you want to, you know, get out your house, just take the glass panes down. You know, you could come up with a little system like that. This house can be built in survival pretty easily, so you guys are going to be a little bit creative, you know. Find out ways to deal with problems like that. I'm sure they would be pretty easy. But anyway, guys, what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be building the stairway. So we're going to start with 2 blocks like this. We're then going to go underneath, place 2 like this. We're going to place 2 like that. 2 like this, and this is actually a very, very simple and old method of doing modern staircases, and even till today it still works like an absolute dream. As you can see, it looks amazing. It's so simple to do, so easy to build, yet it still looks so effective, and I gotta say, I still love it to today. We've got the guy that came up with this design. I'm pretty sure he played on the World Corrales creative server, so shout out to you, buddy, whoever you are that made it. And we're going to delete 2 of these guys just to give them a little bit more headroom. And I always do this thing with all my builds. I actually did it first on a townhouse that I designed way over a year ago now. But just right here, what I do is I get these iron bars and I place them by the side of the staircase. Now, you guys don't have to do it, but it makes it look so much more effective, like so much more modern. And then what you can do is each floor you can carry up the iron bars. You can keep doing it, and you can just, you know, keep them going each floor. Don't do it, you know, on the roof of your building. You know, like Buildz said, to continue, and you just have these random iron bars just sticking out the roof, and everyone's like, what has this kid done? No, guys, don't do that. But, you know, just continue doing them for each floor, and you can really easily overlap it with the other staircase. It's a very compact design of staircase to make. You know, it doesn't take up much space, which is something that I think is very important when building a house. When building small modern houses, staircases can always be an issue. And this is a really quick and easy way to, you know, just save some space. And I think it looks amazing. So that is how you do that. And as you can see, it looks pretty damn awesome. You can check that thing out. So the solar panels, guys, they're not essential. But if you do want to build them, what I will tell you is you need to come in from the roof 1, 2, 3 blocks. You need to come forwards 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then on the 6th block you start them, and they are, what is they? They're 4 blocks long. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to come in to there, right? Am I right? I'm right. And these are 4 long by 2 wide. And then you leave a space of 3. You continue them. Now, someone actually said something to me really awesome. Now, these in survival, of course, work, and you can actually power things off of them. So I guess if you wanted to have you wanted to have some kind of system that actually worked really creatively, and you wanted to do actually something with this build which involved powering something like maybe redstone lamps inside. I don't know, guys, if you wanted to be really creative, you could come up with some crazy stuff. You can actually use these solar panels on top of the roof to actually power the lighting, say, or maybe the secret trapdoor or whatever inside your house. And that would be absolutely freaking awesome. What we're going to do is retrieve this cheeky blue wool which just flew out of my inventory. We're going to grab all of this. And then we're gonna start making the umbrella design. This is actually a really simple design that I learned how to do quite a while ago. So we're going to start on this block. Let's just put a stair down. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks away from the wall and 3 blocks in. What we're going to do is we're going to be placing a block in the middle like so, a slab like that, a slab like that. I'm going to be placing some of these quartz blocks. Now I understand you guys, in survival have trouble getting quartz. They are the best looking material admittedly for this table. But if you guys want to get something like wool or something like stained clay, that is absolutely fine. And it will be, absolutely okay. So what we're going to be doing now is getting a flower pot and also getting a cactus. Now most people in the building industry, or the building community as I should really call it, use these as cool modern lighting designs. But what I also discovered yesterday is what you can do is you can also use them for awesome umbrella designs. Now of course these umbrellas, they don't actually work as umbrellas. They don't do anything. But what they do is they give you a really freaking cool looking design. And what I also did is, once again guys, this is role playing. These don't do anything. But by putting some pressure plates down here outside, it looks like you also have some little plates. That is a really old school design, of course. Most of you guys know how to do that and probably have done that with your builds. But it's something simple you can do just to make the garden look a little bit better. Now I tried to place like 3 of these down, like 1 in the middle, 1 either side of the garden at the back. And we're going to pretend they're just solar lights, once again just role playing it. And what that will do is just give you a little bit better lighting, in your garden. So when you're outside in your garden doing whatever, you can just have a little bit better lighting, and I think that will be appreciated by many people. So I actually designed this really cool designer hot tub. Now this is incredibly simple. Okay, I'm just seeing what that's. Okay, it's from the 4th block in. So this is actually incredibly simple to make. There are far more advanced designs of hot tubs out there, but I think this one actually looks really, really cool. So what we're going to be doing is getting ourselves out some spruce wood, placing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these, right? I believe so. I may be wrong, but the hot tub's still going to look awesome anyways. We're then going to place 2 of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're then going to come back on ourselves, just like that. I'm also going to place 1 like that. Now these are of course steps out of the hot tub if you want to get out. We're going to put pressure plates all the way around, once again just for looks. They don't really do anything. And then on this block right here, we're going to delete the pressure plate in that block even. And what we're going to do is put a dark oak block right here. And what I just noticed is spruce wood is actually more similar to the dark oak wood block, as you can see. So it just makes sense really to use that block. I mean guys, when you're building, you're going to notice things. No texture pack is perfect, except default of course, because it was made by the people that play Minecraft. And you may find just little things within texture packs that you think could be better. Now you can just put like a little pressure plate right there, and it will work perfectly, as you can see. And you can leave it drained if you want to, just like that, in case you don't want to hunt for any water. Or what you can do is, if you want to be realistic like me, you can just build them into the floor. And then you can put some water in. Of course, it looks way more like a hot tub when you do this. Okay guys, what we're going to do now is of course get the water out, and we're going to fill up our hot tub. Let's do it. Awesome stuff. So that is looking amazing. Now just to add like a little bit more detail to the garden, you can get some grass out, some ferns out. Always do that. Get some normal small ferns out, and also a flower of choice. Whatever's your favorite color, I guess. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be placing some grass in random orders. Not too much of it, and that is very important. Place it in small amounts, just randomly. Don't spam it down, just randomly. Place a couple down the side, couple over here, couple down this side. Not spamming it, remember. And in certain areas, just put a little fern down. Not too much, guys. Really, really small amounts. So that is important. Once again, a very amateur move for a modern builder, and a very common move with a lot of people that are starting out modern builders, is to add what they think is called landscaping. They spam down bone meal. It is the most cheap way about going about landscaping and adding some nice greenery to your garden, and it just looks cheap. It does not look good, and it looks a lot better just to go in and do it by hand, trust me. So what I used to do, and when I watch my older Let's Builds, I honestly just cringe. So coming from this corner block right here, we're going to give ourselves a nice little gravel kind of front entrance. Now this is going to come back by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're then going to come across 1 and come forwards all the way to the edge of our plot. I'm going to come forwards now by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And we're going to finish on the 12th block. And now you're going to want to fill in this distance between us and the house with just gravel. And we're going to leave a cutout, guys, where we're going to be adding a nice little bit of greenery. And this was just my idea. I mean, the gravel on its own can look a little bit plain. So I found a really simple way just to kind of spice it up a little bit. And you guys are going to see that in a second. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to grab this grass right here. And we're going to come in 2 blocks. Delete that sign. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. As you can see, just like that. Now you can add 1 fern there. You can then fill in the rest with grass, and you are all done. What we're going to do now to give it a little bit more detail is get ourselves out some buttons. And this actually does something really cool. It gives it this real gravelly kind of look, as you can see. Now when you place them in the perfect order, and admittedly guys, this is not the perfect order. You got to find the perfect order. You got to play about with the positioning of these buttons until you're really happy with it. Put one maybe around the side. You know what, that's not too bad. You know, it's not as good it's better over there on this version, but just play about with the buttons positioning until you think it looks good. Don't put too many down once again. Use everything in building in moderation and it will look the best. Now what we're going to do is build a very simple little pathway between the front and the back of the house. So you're going to leave it stone block, grass block, and you're just going to go alternately, as you can see, like I'm doing right now. Try not to do that, of course. And we're going to get our stone block back out again, and this is going to go all the way to the back of the garden. Pretty simple, but pretty effective. I actually really like them pink tulips. I think they work really well in the garden. Just add a nice little bit of color. And the idea of this is, you know, instead of getting your shoes really messy, you can just walk across like the little kind of pathway, and it's going to be a lot cleaner to do that. Now this is something you don't need to add to your build, but once again I've just done because I like to roleplay a lot of builds. I've put 2 iron blocks down, iron bars either side, and I've made these custom signs. These just using some normal dashes. These are the dashes next to your 0 key on the top and bottom, and then we got forwards and backwards slashes. And what this makes is it makes an air conditioning unit. As you can see, I put aircon unit 3000, and I put a little torch on the wall as well, just to, you know, light up the house a little bit better at nighttime, which I think is very important. You know, it's important to put in the lighting where you can in Minecraft because it will make a big impact on your building. But anyway guys, that has been the entire house Let's Build. Thank you all for joining me today, and if you would like to see more of these, please do hit that like button and comment down below. Now I understand a lot of my usual fans are going to be like, this is weird, you know, Buildz doesn't do this kind of stuff. But what I want to do is I want to make myself a little bit more relevant to the building industry and start making a lot of videos that I know a lot of people will really respect, that a lot of people will find very helpful, and that's what I'm trying to do. So, you know, if you support that guys, please do let me know. Like I said, understand this video isn't going to be for everyone, but my normal stuff will also be back shortly guys. Thank you so much for being awesome, stay creative, hope this build helped you out, and I will catch you in the next one. Stay awesome.